Hello there, I'm Daz. During this video I'm going to be making a walkthrough of Raven Rock Mine. There we are on the island of Stalhrim. I'm going to be completing the quest, the final descent. I've already completed the conversation with Crescius Caerellius just to save a little bit of time, and I've also dealt with the Nordic pickaxe issue as well, which you can see I have in my possession. So let's get underway.
Why you're leading Crescius on, I'll never understand.
I'm using a conjuration build. And I am at level 33. Raven Rock Mine is a level 30 minimum location, so in theory I should be okay. But there are some tough enemies in this place. I'm going to take the opportunity to fill some soul gems. I'm nearing the point where I'm going to be able to max out enchanting. In the next couple of hours. Then I'll really be able to kick some butt. So there are a couple of unique items we can get our hands on in this place, namely the Bloodskal blade. I'm just going to cheat a little bit here. And put on a piece of jewellery that enables me to pick eye level locks without any problem. And now I need to remember to switch back to my regular gear, otherwise I'm going to be in big trouble once the fighting starts. There is also the dragon priest Zahkriisos, I think you pronounce it. So we're going to be grabbing his mask also. Damn, what's going on? Okay, quiet for now. We have a chest here. I'd better bring Minerva back online. Now Minerva's Shade is quite an interesting mod conjuration spell. She's capable of all sorts of stuff, but oddly enough, sometimes, even at high levels, she'll just conjure a familiar or a flame Atronak, when she's capable of actually summoning dragon priests. So hopefully she's going to make the right choices when it really counts. So we have here a potion of water walking. I think there are 4 of these dotted around inside Raven Rock Mine. We don't need all 4, but we definitely are going to need 1 or 2 for the boss fight with the Dragon Priest. Okay, let's have a little bit of candlelight, just to make sure I'm not missing anything important before I move on a little further. There is a tough fight coming up. I'm going to make a quick save. Elven gilded armour, very nice indeed. Okay, so here is where I make my first quick save. Let's bring Minerva back. And let's hope she makes more sensible use of her skills. I'm going to try and take out some of these guys with sneak attacks. It's not my preferred play style, but I really don't want to get my arse handed to me when I'm making a walkthrough. Okay. That'll do. Let's go the old-fashioned route now, I think. Righty-ho. That's that lot dealt with. And I think I'm going to be using my cheat jewellery again to open this master level chest right here. Damn, it must be a tough one. I know this is a little bit naughty of me, but what the heck. I had a feeling that there should be another water walking potion in here, but I think I may be wrong. In any case, let's move on. We can't hang around here all day. We can relax for a while. There's no more enemies. I'm just picking up the occasional sundry item for enchanting. So we have a Stalhrim deposit here. I will mine this actually, just to demonstrate the ancient Nordic pickaxe. There is another Stalhrim deposit a little later on. I won't mine that, but I will point it out to folks, just in case anyone is not aware of where that one is. And that's going to be after the next big fight. So some of these ingredients I've not come across yet, and there we have another potion of water walking. So that's 2 of them. So I'm happy enough now. Netch jelly, very nice for making paralysis potions, amongst other things. Right, so we've got some spellcaster traps coming up that are going to cause me a bit of grief. I don't have great shock resistance, to be honest, which is going to make the boss fight a bit of a problem, because Zahkriisos is a shock god, really. So I want the bound bow. Actually, I think I'm going to try and get off some pot shots before summoning my conjuration spell, because she's likely to give the game away. These guys can one-shot you if you're not careful. That's 1 down, and that's me making another quick save. Playing it double safe. Come on, fella. They don't want to stand where I want them to stand. Got him. Double got him. Okay. That went better than expected. As I mentioned, I don't usually like to play the sneak archer bit, but it's better than getting wiped out. On live TV. I think I can deal with a scourge. In fact, okay, so I'm gonna enter this little area that is oddly titled Bloodskal Barrow. It just gives us another auto save, and there is another Stalhrim deposit right there, which I'm not going to mine. All right. I was actually a little bit nervous about being wiped out a few times during this filming, but things have actually gone quite well. We have another potion of water walking there and a glass sword. I won't cheat with this one. I'll try and pick it in the legit fashion. I might be regretting that choice. Damn. Got you. Is there anything to be broken down? There is ancient Nord-owned war axe of garnering that was being carried by one of the Draugr. That is due to a mod that I have installed. I think it's called Northern Steel. It gives the ability to craft Draugr weapons and armor. It also empowers the Draugr with enchanted weapons, which can be a problem, especially if you run up against a Death Lord with a paralysis bow. So I've not even been to the local map yet, apologies for that. And just before we head off up this ramp, I'd like to point out that we have a free spell tome right there, Ice Spike. I'm pretty sure that I do not know that spell yet. I didn't know the Frenzy either, that I've not read yet from the previous mission. So I'm going to film this video right up to the point of defeating the dungeon boss and making it to the Black Book. At that point I'll cease filming because I'd really like to make separate videos for the Black Books. But once we get to that point, I will explain what you can expect for the rest of the dungeon. I seem to be making good time. Right, there are lots of traps around here that are quite difficult to avoid. If you do tread on any of these, it's not that much of a big deal, to be honest. They're just weak poison dart traps. An adept locked chest. Now you see why I carry cheat jewellery for picking locks. I'm not the best, but I suppose I'm not the worst either. So I'm going to make another quick save here because once upon a time I ran into a horrible glitch at this point, and it is a point of no return. Okay, so quick save before I drop down. Yes, I've only ever had problems in this area once, and it was actually when I'd installed the unofficial Skyrim patch. Which I quickly removed, and I've managed without that ever since, because it seemed to cause more problems than it fixed, to be honest. Okay, so here we are, Crescius Caerellius. We'll grab his money first. We'll equip the Bloodskal blade, and then read the journal. Right, that's enough of that. We need to take that and keep it in our inventory. Okay, so for people who have not encountered the Bloodskal blade and this door before, basically power attacks from this weapon send out energy waves. I'll just look at the description actually. Releases energy blast with power attacks that deals 30 damage. So to conduct a vertical power attack, you just basically do a standing power attack like this. To make a horizontal energy blast, you just need to walk backwards and make a power attack at the same time. So it's as simple as that. So, and we need to line up with these red markers, at least I think they're red. I'm terribly colourblind, I'm afraid. So just standing power attacks for these slashers. Another backwards power attack. A bit too backwards, I fell down the stairs. And just one more. And there we are through. I'm going to go back to the bound sword, because I'm going to try and rain as many blows on the dragon priest as possible before he gets his bearings. I'm going to get Minerva ready. I considered bringing Serana along on this little mission because I'm actually part way through the Dawnguard quest line. But I seem to be managing okay without it. Okay, so I'm going to make an actual manual save right now. So let's raise the sword. Let's summon Minerva. Use the right spells, girl. We don't want any familiars, we want dragon priests at least. And I also need to take a potion of water walking. So here goes. Wish me luck. Try and stun lock him. Once these guys get away from you, you're in trouble. Well, that lacked finesse, but it was effective, which is the main thing. And Minerva used the correct spells. She gave him a couple of blasts of ice storm by the looks of things. And that is a new shout learned. Dragon aspect. I need some dragon souls, really. I better go hunting. Just making double sure I actually picked up the mask. Once I forgot to do so, and then when I tried to return here, there was no chance to retrieve it. I'm going to grab some slaughterfish eggs while I'm here. I could have sworn there was more than that. Ah, here we are. No, it's not playing nice. It won't let me have them. Not to worry. Okay, so let's have some more light. We should have a treasure chest in this room and some other interesting items. Ebony war hammer, that will do nicely. I'm also going to jump up onto this arcane enchanter to grab these soul gems. The targeting of these is a little bit strange. So I've got lots of nice things to enchant. To get my skill up, you'll see my enchanting is at 74. When I actually get round to reading the Black Book, I'm going to be taking the Scholar's Insight skill, which will give me 2 skill points for every skill book. So I'm going to leave the video there, folks. In order to leave, after you've read the book, obviously, you just need to make your way up these steps. Head through this door, and you'll be confronted with another 3 Reavers. One of them will be a Reaver Lord, so be prepared for a tough fight. And then once you get outside, there'll be another bunch of Reavers as well. So there is still quite a bit of work to do once you've reached this point. But hopefully this has been a useful walkthrough. And thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye.